He's awkward. Hastily assembled from random throwaway parts that don't quite fit together. Shaky and unsturdy, the winds of change have been known to send a breeze in his direction, just light enough to make him fall apart onto the sidewalks of his self-worth. Countless times he's laid there, broken, gathering his pieces as his nuts and bolts suicide jump into the storm drains of his pride, forcing him to rebuild himself with whatever remnants he manages to rummage. He is a makeshift man. Socially clumsy, all his friends are .coms. He lives in a digital world that glitches all the time, but instead of changing programs, he just reboots the same one, and he wonders why he just keeps crashing. He is a song with no rhythm, a step with no bounce, a superhero with no cape or superpower. Something's missing. His heart beats out of habit. Blood flows just to pass the time. He's alone and lonely because he hasn't figured out that they don't have to be the same thing. He's angry because he hasn't learned to forgive. He just keeps holding on. He holds on because that's what he's been told to do. He hangs on because he's been hanging on his whole life. He hangs on because he's afraid if he lets go, he might just lose himself completely, but he doesn't realize that in order to find yourself, you gotta get lost first. But it's impossible to get lost within the confines of your comforts, so he's fighting, and he's desperate. The windows of his soul are painted over, the doors are nailed shut, and tonight he's in the bathroom, shaving his head just so he doesn't pull his hair out, wondering if he'll even bother putting himself back together again this time. And all I want to do is smash that mirror in front of him into 1,000 little mirrors, just so I can force him to see more than just one reflection of himself. I want to grab him by the shoulders and shake the life back into him. I want to tell him that he is not haphazard, that he was carefully designed with the ability to rebuild himself over and over and over, every time stronger than the last. You may be flawed, but not imperfect. You are not broken, George. Stop acting like you're broken. Take off that stupid mask. Stop using it to hold your face up. You have reason. You have purpose, George. You are not an accident. You were never an accident. Stop talking. Say something. Stop talking. Say something. Stop talking and say something. Stop being so afraid of everything and take a chance. Dare to step outside your lonely apartment for once in your life. You're scared. That's okay. It doesn't make you a coward. But just because you're alive does not mean you're living. Many breaths get taken by dead men. Dear George, you're stronger than you think you are. And I'm counting on you.